I'm Kara. Welcome to my craft room. Hey, I made about 10 of these last year for our, well, no, actually it was 2 years ago before COVID for our Easter dance for our special needs adult community. I have a son who's a special needs guy. And I thought you guys would maybe need something for your dinner or for home decor. So I thought you would like to know how to put these together. Now, most of this stuff you can get at Dollar Tree. The container, the foam, the Easter grass, almost all of it. Okay, so it's cheap, it's easy, and it's very cute. Now, if you are going to use this for home decor, or you say you're going to use it on a serving table and nobody's going to see the back, then you can make it just one-sided like this one. Okay, but on this one, we are going to make it two-sided in case you're going to put it on your table. Okay, so here's one side, here's the other side. So that way, if you put it in the middle of your table, then one side's not going to be blank. Okay, so let's go make it. Here we go. We're right here on the front page and we're going to push new project. And there we are on our canvas. And now we need to get our images up. First, I'm going to show you how to get the bunny. And then I am going to give you a list of the eggs and then fast forward. And you can just do what I do with the bunny. No reason for you to sit there and watch me look everything up. So first, all of Cricut images start with a hashtag and an M. Okay, and so we've got AE3 EE0C. Okay, and as you can see, I'd already looked it up before. There's your bunny. We're going to change the colors on it, but that's it. You're going to highlight it. And as you can see down here on the bottom right-hand corner, it puts it down into your thing. Now, each time you look something up, you can push insert, or you can just put them all on the bottom and hit insert one time. Now that we have the bunny, we're going to go ahead and put all the eggs on our canvas. If you would like to pause here and go ahead and do that on your own without having to sit here and watch me do it, then you're more than welcome. I'm going to fast forward through this part. The easiest way that I have found is I just go back and leave the hashtag M. Now, here we've got them on our canvas, and we are going to change the sizes here in just a minute. Okay, there we go. There's our eggs, and we're going to change sizes and colors here in just a sec. Let's do the bunny first. First, we're not going to use that little blue circle, see here at the bottom? So we need to hide that. So you go down here to layers, right there, and that pops up. And you see this is the little blue here? Then you're going to push this little eye right here at the bottom, and it's still there. It's just not going to cut it. Okay. And here in a minute, we'll change well, we might as well go do it now. Let's see. Here we go. You're going to highlight the pink, and then down here on the lower left, you'll see basic cut, and we're going to change him to white. There we go. And that's pretty much all we're changing on him. And now all of these are all going to be 3 inches high. So the first thing we're going to do is change all of those. We can close out layers. Now I've got edit highlighted, and you'll see width and height. On these, we're more concerned about the height. So we're going to change all of these to just plain 3. 3. Done. And if you'll click over here on your canvas, when you're done, then it will close it out. There we go. We're going to change this one to 3. And this one to 3. There we go. Now, let me show you on this. We're going to hit layers again. The reason I picked this one, I like the plainer, you know, pattern, but also look over here. They're actually separate. You know, they're not just one piece, so it really doesn't matter if they're two together, and that's just a little bit easier. So, on the chevron one, right over here on the right, the highlight is gray, and we're going to change the color on this guy. We're going to change them to yellow. And it doesn't matter which yellow that you pick, okay? Because we were only going to use one yellow, so that'll work. There we go. The blue, I want to change this yellow right here to the green that's on the carrot, which is this guy right here, okay? I want to pick up some of the colors of the bunny. You see, I've already got the pinks. This one, I want to match it with the purple of the one with the vines on it right there. So I'm going to change this to the lighter purple. There we go. Okay, and let's see. Oh, this one, the polka dot one. I want to change it to, let's see, we use the green and the blue, so we need to use the orange and the, green maybe again? That would be good. Because then I want to pick up a little bit of the, let's do orange for the background. Here's I'm going to do the lighter orange. There we go. And the top, should we match the carrot? Nah, let's do the blue. Let's see. Let's do the light blue. Apply. Well, doesn't want to do it. There we go. Okay. Now, this egg right here is supposed to be that same blue. Okay, and then I want these purples to be the same. I want these pinks to be the same. I want these yellows to be the same. So I can either go through each one of these layers and change their colors, or let me show you something else. It's called sync. Okay. Oh, you know what we forgot first before we do that? I knew I was forgetting something. We'll leave the sync on for just a second. We forgot to change the size of the bunny. These eggs are going to be way too big for a bunny that size. We're going to change the height on him too. So we still have edit down here. You see this? If you want to just keep it with 8.5 by 11 sheet paper, then we're going to make it a 10.5, which is plenty big for what we're doing. So there we go. There, now he's the right size. And now, see, the eggs are perfect. Okay, now we're in the sink. Now, what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're only cutting so many colors. I try to make mine, and plus we want to match. So I try to make mine the least amount of colors to cut. And that way, you know, you don't have to keep loading your canvas and all that stuff. So I am going to keep this to top purple dark just because I want a little bit more contrast. So we got the greens. Do we have any more greens in here? No. We got the light purples. We're good. The light blues. We're good on that. Okay. The pinks are all different. So we're going to move all these pinks into one. So you're going to go to the three little lines that are next to what you want to move, and you're going to hold down on it, and then you're just going to slide it down, and we're going to put it all with the bunny's body. Okay, there we go. We got that. Basically, it doesn't matter what exact pink you have on here, just so you know, you're going to cut out pink for everything. And then on these yellows, see these two yellows? We want these together too. So that way we have the least amount of colors. I don't want this chevron egg to be the same as this color. So I left that a little dark. Okay. And then I'm going to show you one more thing, and then we're going to be ready to cut it out. So this right here, this piece, let's see if I can highlight it. The very last piece down here, this white piece, this is actually part of his eyes and his nose. So that's why So I know it doesn't look like it goes, but it does. Now, the only thing that, okay, so we can turn off sync. We've got all of our colors done. The only different thing we're going to do is let's highlight the bunny, and we're going to go back into layers. Now, you see down here at the bottom of the bunny that's gray here, and you see that brown layer. Okay, we need that brown layer because that gives them a brown smile. But now, if you're going to make them one-sided, and I know I talked about this earlier. Okay, if you're going to put this on a table and nobody's going to see the back, then you don't have to worry about any of this. But if you are going to put it as your centerpiece and people are going to be sitting on both sides, then you're going to want it two-sided. Okay, so if you want it just one-sided, you're good. All of this is ready. You can just go ahead and hit make it, get all your stuff cut out, and just fast forward. But if you are doing it two-sided, first we're going to do one thing. This is this right here, this brown layer, that's the very middle, the very back of the bunny. Well, even if you're going to do it two-sided, you don't need two pieces of it, okay? Because we can still put the stick that's going to stick down into the vase. And there's no reason for you to cut two of these out because the only part that's going to show is his smile. So when we do your second bunny, we're going to get rid of that, okay? But first, let's make you a separate bunny so you can make this two-sided. Again, if you're not making it two-sided, just go ahead and get everything cut out and then meet me in the next section when we're at the craft table. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Actions down here, which is next to Edit, and you see Duplicate. So first we got to duplicate. But then we got to flip him backwards because he's not gonna flip backwards and match. So you go back into Edit right here, and then you see all the way to the right here. You see horizontal and vertical. Well, we want to flip him horizontal. So boom, there we go. We are going to make him opposite. I'm going to go ahead and turn off your layers for right there. Okay, see that? So now when you put them back to back, they'll match up. Okay, but again, we do not need two of those dark brown layers. Now, if you don't care about saving the paper or anything, then don't worry about it. Go ahead. But on one of these, I am going to get rid of it because that way I'm saving me a whole sheet of brown paper. So you highlighted the gray and then you go down here and you hit the little eye right here. Boom. That just makes it invisible. Now, see this bunny? You see how his smile is now gone? Okay, well, when we put them together, you're going to be using that same brown. Okay, and then if you're doing it two-sided, you're going to need two sets of all these eggs. Now, we can go in there and duplicate each one, but let me show you a little shortcut. If you want to highlight a whole bunch of things all at once, you put your finger on your canvas, and then you're going to drag it all the way across until you pick up everything. So I'm kind of up to the upper left above all these eggs, and I am going, so there, I'm not have anything highlighted. Now I'm going to drag kind of at a diagonal. You see how I did that? Now you see how everything's in that green square? Okay, now you've got them all picked, and then you only have to hit duplicate once. There you go. So if you're doing them two-sided, that's exactly what you need to do. And now you're ready to go cut them out. So go ahead and cut all this out, and I will meet you over at the craft table and we'll get them put together. Here we are at the craft table. As you can see, and this is what I say every time, it's well loved. These are the bamboo skewers that I use. You can get them anywhere, Walmart, grocery store. You can get them at the grocery store. These are the things that people do shish kebabs on the grill with. But they're you can get 100 for like, I don't know, $2 or $3, something like that. So we need one long one, and then I got two that I cut in half, just like that. Those are going to be for the 2 eggs, because I've already made some of them, and I want to show you what we're going to do. These are all 2-layer, very simple. Now, these are going to sit in front of the bunny, so you don't have to do them. You don't have to worry about the backs. As you can see, they're just hot glued on the back. Okay, and if one does show, then you just put the matching one on the other side like this. Okay, so there's those. I already got those done. And we can, oh, here's the other set. We can go ahead and do these if you'd like. Look, some of my little dots didn't come out. It's not a big deal. You just kind of smush them out. There you go. Every once in a while that will happen. And I usually will just use like my scissors or something and pop them out. Not a big deal. They just didn't quite pop out when they came off of the mat. So there we go. Real easy here. This is the glue that I use. I'll put you a link underneath. It's called Art Glitter Glue. It's really good paper to paper glue. It dries really fast, and sometimes that's a blessing and a curse. So let's go ahead and do these really quick. And you can always pause it here and get all of your eggs done to make it easier. It's not a big deal. They're simple, easy, just like that. And we don't need both sets, so I'll do those here in a minute. These and this one, these two, they don't match. You can see how that one matches exactly. This one is going to leave a little bit of a but of course you can, if you don't like the orange or you don't like the blue or you don't like the purple, whatever, I mean, Easter eggs are Easter eggs. You can make them any color you want. Don't have to make them my colors. I just kind of wanted to pick up a little bit of the carrot part. Okay. And then since again, these are going to be hidden on the back because we're going to put them in front of the bunny, I'm going to go ahead and just hot glue these just like this. Very simple. And here's my hot glue gun. And it has also been well loved. So let's put it right here. The nice thing about using these, well, the nice thing about using hot glue is that they glue real fast. You can use regular glue if you want. You know, if you're okay with leaving it overnight to dry. Of course, we don't have time on this video to do that. So, but the nice thing about these, you can cut them with just regular scissors. So if they're too long, you know, we want them shorter, we can just clip them off right here. Okay, so let's let those dry over here. Now, with these bunnies, you don't have to be too careful. Here's my tip. I put everything on paper plates. And I use them over and over and over again. And that way it's able for me to keep everything separate. The first one, let's do this one because it's got the brown black background here. And remember I told you that if you're going to make it double-sided, you don't need the brown for both. That is because instead of putting the bamboo stick in between the two browns, we're just going to put it in between the brown and the pink. You're not going to be able to see it, so it's not a big deal. And that's why you can get away with only having one piece of brown. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the pink onto the brown. Okay. And you want to leave this little bit right here with no glue because you want to be able to put your bamboo skewer up in there and glue it real good. So I'm not going to put any in the middle. I'll do a little bit around here. There we go. And this is just going to match up exactly. So let's get it all lined up. I try to get one side lined up. It's a lot easier than trying to move the whole big piece of paper. There we go. Okay, now see his little smile? Okay, the next is white. This is so simple. And, you know, if you ever are worried that you're not sure if you're doing it right, just keep your picture up on your phone or whatever. Okay, now on these, you can pick one leg or the other. It doesn't matter. But on one of these, you don't want to put any glue. For me, I'm going to do it on here. Okay, so I'm not going to put any glue right here because the carrot's going to stick out behind it. Okay, so, but you can still do glue in the middle and you can do glue on this other one. I just want to be able to slide that carrot in there. Okay, double check, make sure my glue hasn't gotten dry. And again, this is going to match up exactly. So there's not going to be a border. There's not going to be anything. There we go. Just like that. Smush them down. Oh, got a wrinkle. Oh, I guess I got him a little off there. Let me match up his foot better this time. There we go. Now, if you get to the point where you have gotten a little off and you have a little bit of a, see, you have a little tiny piece of pink right here, it's not a big deal. Nobody's even going to notice. If it's a lot, you can take your scissors and just trim that part off. Again, nobody's going to notice. Okay. There we go. Now, the next thing is his eyes and nose. So you're going to take this funny piece right here and you are going to and I always do these separate just because then I don't have to, you know, if something happens and I mess it up, I haven't messed up this whole bunny and I have to recut the whole thing. I just have to recut these 3 little pieces. Not that I'm going to mess up, but you never know. You never know. Might spill something on it, or you might, these little eyes, the little eyeball parts, they point out like this. Okay. Okay, so you're going to want to point them out, and they're going to be close to the inside, about right, oops, about right there. It's going to have a little bit of white right there, see, just like that. And this one's going to be the same. So let's do those first. It's easier to do the eyes first and then the nose. So you're going to line it up here at the bottom of the white. And you're going to leave a little bit of the white on on one side, just like that. Okay? And then we're going to try and match this one up as much as we can. There we go. Okay. Yeah, push that in a little bit. There we go, just like that. There we go. And then this guy, you just need the white for the little highlight. Just like that. I'm going to make sure it's in the middle. Okay, so be careful, be careful with your glue a little bit because you don't want it to come out of the little hole. So, and we're going to make sure we get it right in the middle. Okay. Sometimes I got to pick it up to move it around. There we go. And if it overlaps the little edges of the little edges of your eye, it's not a big deal. There we go, just like that. See? And then that is going to go right here. Look how cute he's getting already. Okay, so again, if you're worried about the spacing, just look at your graphic that's on your phone or your iPad or your laptop, whatever you're using, and it's gonna be pretty close down to the freckles. You see right here. There we go. Just like that. Look how cute he is. Okay, now we're going to do the carrot. Let me move him over out of the way real quick. There we go. So you can see. And this is going to go on the top. Now, you don't have to be super worried about the glue. You know, it doesn't have to be, and this is going to match right on the edges with a little bit of overlap of where the slits are. You see that? See how it overlaps just a little bit on these corners? It's not a big deal. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is homemade, which means it's homemade. And homemade is never perfect. Okay, now you're going to put this down. Not so much that you see this carrot in this part. So, you know, about right there. So it looks like it's kind of going in the top. There we go. Just like that. And the reason that we left no glue, remember we left no glue on this edge of his foot? That's because this is going to slide right in there. Okay, just like this. Okay, yep. We're going to pull him up a little bit. You don't really want it to show in the toe. Okay, so see you don't want it showing in the toe because that would look funny, wouldn't it? So you're just going to barely put it, probably about right there. So the green is up here on the white. And then once you get it where you want it, I don't even pick it up. Nobody's going to be manhandling this, I hope. You know, if it was something that a bunch of people were going to be touching and using all night or all day, then that would be different. But since we're just using this as home decor or as a centerpiece, you know, it's just going to sit there and look good. Okay, look how quick your bunny got done. Okay, now we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Now we have, let me show you how this is going to work before I put the other side so you can see. I don't know if you can see there. We are going to put this in between the, not the pointy side. The pointy side you want down. Okay, this is the flat side. And you are going to open it up a little bit. And in between the brown and the pink, look, you're going to do just like that. Don't do it yet, but I just want to show you before we cover all of this up. This is what we're doing. See, it's behind the pink and behind the brown. Okay, so we've got that little gap right there. So let's go ahead and get the back side of this guy done. And then all we have to do is put them in the container. Now, of course, if you can't find an Easter container, that's really simple. This one you can glue here in the middle because the stick is not going in here. Anyway, if you you can use a white anything. I've used, you know, like that cheap Tupperware stuff that you can buy at the dollar store or Walmart or, you know, whatever you happen to have at where you live. Okay, just like that. Target, any of those places. Little buckets. Nobody's going to pay that much attention to the base. And you can do a plain solid one if you want, because everybody's going to be looking at the bunny and the cute eggs. Nobody's going to be looking at the base. So you don't necessarily have to have an Easter one. And, you know, this would be really cute in a basket too, in an Easter basket too. You know, if your kids have gotten older and they don't really do Easter baskets anymore, of course. Okay, this is the foot. I'm going to leave no glue on. Okay, remember, because we still got to tuck that carrot in there. Even though both of my boys are grown, I still get to do Easter Bunny every year because our younger son, who's 25, is a special needs guy. So we still do Easter Bunny and Santa and Elf on the Shelf and all the fun holiday stuff because he still believes. And actually, it's kind of fun. So here we go. We're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, I don't think I need to show you again, right? You just do the exact same thing as we just did. I'm not going to waste your time. Okay, and then remember, the stick is going to go right in here. And I am going to put a bunch of glue up there here in just a second. Now, I'm going to use hot glue. I'm going to use a little bit of my regular glue, but I'm really going to use hot glue just because because I need to get it dry while I'm showing you how we do this. So you can put this up as far as you want. Just make sure that you leave, depending on how deep your container is, right? So again, it's better to leave it longer because you can just trim it off. Okay, so I'm going to throw some hot glue in here real quick. Okay, I'm going to open this up a little bit and just stick some glue in there. There we go. And that way it'll dry faster and be ready for me to show you. Got a little bit on the stick, but you're not going to be able to see that stick, so it's not a big deal. Okay, let's let this guy dry for just a second. Let's let the hot glue dry. And it doesn't matter if your stick isn't super straight, because once you put it in here, again, we've got just a couple pieces of wadded up tissue paper under there. You can use newspaper. It doesn't matter what you use because it's not going to be seen. And then you don't want the foam to be seen. So we're going to put some Easter grass on there, and it's cheap. You know, it's everywhere. Then, okay, look. For this, look, it's like going to sit up over an inch above. And, you know, it's got to go all the way through the tissue paper too. So I don't really care about that. So I am going to take about 2 inches off or so. And I kind of cut it at an angle so it still is easy to And let's see if I can do this while I'm on camera. Okay, you ready? And I'm just gonna put it right here in the middle. Okay, there we go, just like that. Okay, okay, just like that. I don't know. We may have to move over to the other table where I talked to you at the very beginning. Just because, oops. Okay, what do I have? I've got this, this, and this. Okay, and of course these two also. So I'll put them in between the purples. Let's put this guy here. No, let's put the yellow here. Just kind of getting in order to do them. There you go, just like that. Now, here, I'm gonna have to stand up for this. And everything's gonna fall out because I got it laying over. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick this underneath here so he'll stay. I need something bigger than glue. What have I got? Okay, wait, maybe I can, yeah, there we go. Okay, see right here, whoops. Okay, I'm just gonna hold him and show you guys. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some of these Easter eggs in here, and we can pull them out a little bit if you want. And I put them kind of in front of you. Okay, let's see. Let's put this, I think I want the orange guy over here away from the orange carrot. Okay, yeah, let's put this guy here. Here we go. And you can put these wherever you want. There's no yet right or wrong or, you know, oh, I didn't do that right. Okay. And if you want, you can look at my thumbnail on this video. There we go. And you can bring this one out a little farther if you want. Just depends on what you like. Now, I think that my bunny is a little too hidden. So I'm going to push these down a little bit more. They're going way down because the fluorofoam's being pushed. So, and I'm going to pull my bunny up just a little bit farther. Just like, because I still want these eggs, there we go, just like that, to cover up my stick. There, see, like that. Okay, do you see that? Okay, and then once I figure out exactly where I want it, then we're going to turn around and we're going to put eggs on the other side, which is going to cover this stick. Hold on, let me turn it over so I can show you. See right here? Now, you see how you can see the back of these eggs? But once you put the other eggs in their spot, you're not going to be able to see the back of those eggs. So, that's what you're going to do. Look, just like that. Okay? Maybe I should have used the bigger, the bigger table. Anyway, I will finish this, and you can see it in my intro. And I'll take a better shot for the thumbnail and stuff, and you can see. But it's very simple. You're going to put the bunny in the middle, and then you're going to put your eggs in front, just like that. And pull them up just a little bit like that. Okay, you see? And then you'll turn it around and and then put the other eggs on this side. Okay, and there you're done. That's it. You're done. Look how cute he is. Wow, you did a great job. Okay, I jumped over here to put this together. It's just too big to do over on the craft table. I have 10 of these because I made them for our special needs adult dance, Easter dance that we had last year. So I'm going to show you this because see how this is like this? Okay, that's because the foam in here is way too small. I don't know if you can see that. And there's nothing to keep it tight. Now, if you have a small piece of foam, then just put like tissue paper or something around the foam to make it firm up. Now this one that we're going to put together right now, I have a bigger piece of foam in there. So let me show you. I put some crumpled up tissue paper in the bottom just because I wanted to raise it up a little bit because this container is so deep. Again, I got this at Dollar Tree. You can get this at Dollar Tree. You can get this at Dollar Tree. I'm not sure about the bamboo kebab skewers. I usually just get them at the grocery store. They're cheap there. So you're going to take your foam and you want it to sit tight or it's going to be like this. Look, see? Okay. So I'm going to push it down See, it's good and tight in there. If you have a smaller piece and you can't get it tight, depends on what size your container is. You don't have to use containers like this. You can use plain white ones. You can use, you know, everybody's going to be looking at the bunny and all the stuff up here. This part doesn't matter as much. So I put this in real tight. If you don't have it, then stick your, some tissue paper around. Whoops. My Cricut guy fell over. He's got stuck up in the grass. Okay, then we're going to put the grass on top because, of course, we don't want them to see the foam. So first, let's get our big guy in there. And we're going to fiddle around with it once we get everything in here to make it look just right. Okay, so I'm going to put this guy right in the middle. Straight up and down. There we go. I'm going to leave him about 1 inch above the grass, you see? Okay. And then let's get your eggs in. And they're just going to go kind of across the bottom here. And they don't have to be straight. They can be any way that you want them. Okay, I want to put the purple and the pinks on either side right here. There we go. Here's this one. And then these other 2 extras, I'll probably just put kind of a little bit forward and just fill up that space. Now, I want to make sure, especially the ones in front, that you're not going to see the sticks on all of these. So we're going to make sure that they go all the way down to the grass level here. Okay. And let's put this other one right here. There we go. It doesn't have to be exact and it doesn't have to be precise. As a matter of fact, I'm going to move this guy a little bit because I want him sticking out just a little bit more than what he's doing. It's hard for me to do this but you know what? You play around with it. You can take them out and put them back in as many times as you want. So there we go. Look at that. Now see, the grass is covering up the little sticks, and then the eggs have covered up the stick from the bunny. And you can pull him up if you want. Look, you can make him even higher if you'd like. It's yours. You can do whatever you want. Okay? But now look at the problem we have. You can see it from the other side. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we cover these eggs. Okay? And usually I just use the exact same egg. Okay? So, and if you're worried that you can see stuff from the side, no biggie. You just stick a little bit more grass in there. Okay? And then let's see. We've got that guy. And then, I didn't bring my, I didn't bring the other, this one from over there. So I'm just going to pretend, okay? Because you don't need me to stop and go get that right now, okay? This guy has decided that he doesn't want to be straight. But that's easy enough to fix. That is one of the reasons that I use the foam. Because it's really easy to stick everything in. Now, I'm going to use 2 extra of these, okay? So, because I didn't get the other one like this, so I'm just going to use one of these twice, okay? But you get the idea. So it's not a big deal. You just do it the same as this one. And then once we get everything in there, you won't be able to see the sticks. There we go. See, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Now, you can see a little bit here at the side. And what I usually do is I just put some extra grass back here. That's all. And that's going to cover it up. So you've got everything covered up. And look how cute that is. Look. You did it. You did a great job. I'm very proud of you. Thanks for watching.